We finally made it to the end of the season in the 2022-2023 Championship. It's time to predict the scores for week 46. The relegation situation has been sorted when Huddersfield beat Sheffield United last night with a 1-0 victory, ensuring their safety at the top of the table. Though the playoff picture is still to be sorted, it goes down to the final game of the season with Coventry, Millwall, Sunderland, West Brom and Blackburn will all be hoping to take maximum points. Last week in game week 45, top scorer with a lovely score of 15 points was Reiner with 3 perfect scores in those predictions, and in second place is GKK 474. Unfortunately, the overall leaderboard is still being calculated on the Super Brew website, but I think that GKK 474 is currently in first position. So we move on to the final game week, which is game week 46, and we start off at St Andrews, all taking place at 3 o'clock on Monday, as I said. Birmingham taking on Sheffield United. Sheffield United losing on Thursday night will want to make amends, and I think they will. I think they'll come away from Birmingham with a 2-1 win. Their loanies from Manchester City, likes of Tommy Doyle, will want to end the season on a high. We move then on to Turf Moor, where the champions Burnley take on Cardiff City. Cardiff losing last weekend against Huddersfield Town, and Burnley back-to-back wins now. A tight match this one. Both of these teams will want to go out on a high, but I think Burnley will just take all 3 points with a 2-1 victory. We then move on to John Smith Stadium, where safe now Huddersfield take on Reading, who have unfortunately been relegated to Division 1. I think Huddersfield will take all 3 points, and I think it'll be comfortable. I'm going to go for a 2-0 home victory to the Terriers. Then we go to Kenilworth Road, where Luton Town, brilliant season for the Hatters against the Tigers of Hull City. A narrow game this one. Both of these sides got really good players, but I think Luton will come away with a 1-0 win. Then we move on to the Riverside, where Coventry City will need at least a point in this match to ensure a playoff spot at the end of the season. Middlesbrough already there. They'll want to probably rest a couple of players in this one, and I think it'll end up in a stalemate, and I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw, which Coventry will be happy about. We then move on to the Den, where Millwall take on Blackburn Rovers. Now both of these sides will need all 3 points to see if they can get into the playoffs. Blackburn, no wins in their last 7 matches. No, Millwall only 2 wins. I fancy Millwall in this one to take all 3 points in a 2-1 home victory. Then we move on to Carrow Road, where Norwich take on Blackpool down. Norwich, not a lot to play for this season apart from pride. I fancy the Canaries in this one to take all 3 points. I'm going to go for a 2-0 home victory. We then move on to Deepdale, where Preston North take on Sunderland. Preston can't make the playoffs now, but Sunderland can. 3 wins in their last 7 matches. Preston 3 defeats in their last 4 matches. So I think the Black Cats will take all 3 points in this one, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 away win. Then we got QPR, assured of their safety now in the Championship, taking on Bristol City. This one could go either way, but I think at home, with back-to-back wins now for the R's, I think QPR will win this one 1-0. We then head to South Wales, where Swansea City take on West Brom. West Brom, they've got a chance of reaching the playoffs as well. Swansea just missing out currently on, I think it's 63 points. It is, they can't make the playoffs now. A tight one this one, but I fancy West Brom to take all 3 points in a very, very exciting encounter. I can see them coming away with a 2-1 away victory. We then move on to Watford at Vicarage Road, who take on Stoke City. Watford finished the season in 13th position. Stoke City, 1 win in their last 7 matches. Hasn't been a great end of the season for them. I think this is going to end up as a draw. I'm going to go for Desmond's in this one, 2-2. Both of these sides should really be coming out to play in this match, so I'm going to go for a high scoring 2-2 draw. And the final fixture of this game week sees Wigan Athletic take on Rotherham. Rotherham have assured their safety. Wigan, okay, they've had 2 wins and a draw in their last 3 matches. They'll be playing their trade in Division 1 next season. Rotherham safe. I think Wigan will go out on a high, and I can see them winning this one 3-1. So that concludes my predictions for game week 46 of this final hard slog of the season, of this final game week of the 2022-2023 season. Make sure you leave your predictions over at the Super Brew website. Can we catch GKK 474 and Rhino at the top of the table? Thank you for joining me throughout this season. Enjoy the games on Monday, and I'll see you all in the next video.